Hey everyone, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have just been so busy packing. I know you guys like when I do try-on hauls, but I'm waiting for a bag in the mail currently right now. I don't know where it is. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to do another try-on haul for you all, but unfortunately, yeah, I have nothing to try on. I've literally shown you guys everything. Like I have a dresser over here that pulls out with all different kinds of outfits. Maybe I'll go through and try on some that I haven't done a try on haul with, but there's very few pieces in here that you all haven't seen. So I just thought, why don't we react to another Dear Diary? You all really seem to love the Dear Diary videos and you kind of like having my input on the situation and what's going on. And I think it kind of like engages us all in some storytelling. I thoroughly love listening to them while I'm doing other things in my room. So let's get into it. Dear Diary, here we go again. Thank you for letting us watch your videos and make comments on them and not judge the wonderful people that are in them. Right? Dear Diary video I'm going to be reacting to is called My Wife Agreed to an Open Marriage. I Wish She Didn't. Now, I wanted to click on this one and talk to you guys about it because a lot of people actually think that I am very interested in open relationships, and that is totally false. I, if you guys didn't know, am single and I am not looking for an open relationship. I'm just very busy growing my business, so if I do happen to date somebody, I would hope that they either have their life put together or they would want to help me with my business. Like, I'm looking for a longtime partner that's really gonna help me with my goals and I can help them with their goals. A collaborative team effort all the way. But yeah, I'm not into open, relationships, but some people are. I find them fascinating and I find them intriguing. So this story kind of caught my eye, and let's hear what's going on and what the story's all about.
Oh, hello everybody.
Hi.
I'm Anthony, and I made a huge mistake.
Oh no.
You see, I was in an open relationship with my wife.
Oh.
I know it sounds weird, but a couple of years ago, our marriage was falling apart. We were fighting every day over every stupid little thing.
Video games?
She was nagging me all the time, and she became...
She's like, we need to play more Animal Crossing. We play too much Sonic. We need to play new video games.
I'm kidding. She probably was like, stop playing video games, but I like video games. I like Animal Crossing, okay?
being less and less attractive. I decided that we needed an adventure and suggested that we open our marriage. She disliked the idea of it, but I explained to her that it will spice up our love life and we'll make it work. Finally, she agreed.
So the man proposed this. Well, I mean, at least, okay. So if I was in a relationship for many, many years and my man decided that like this is something that he would want to do, and we both were at a point in our relationship that we're comfortable with each other, we trust each other, I guess I understand that maybe they got kind of bored and then this is what it came to. But I'm surprised that the guy brought this up, because in all the other animation videos I've watched, it's the woman who brings it up. So let's see, obviously it didn't turn out well with him, but let's see what happens.
I really wish she wouldn't have. So we made Fridays a date night. Sometimes I'd go to the bar to meet other women. Sometimes I'd spend the night at their place. At first, it was exciting and fun. I started dating pretty attractive women who would have never gone out with me before. It felt amazing.
Okay.
I finally gained the confidence I was lacking.
Okay.
My wife wasn't feeling so confident at first, but about a month or so into our arrangement, she finally found a date. The thing is, we kind of decided not to tell each other about our new experiences, just to avoid jealousy or hurting the other.
Okay.
But I saw her bringing home these expensive gifts, and I thought, how cool! She found some rich guy.
Ooh, this is getting... Okay, so first of all, I can understand why you wouldn't tell the other person, but yikes, oh my gosh, that's like such a big issue. Like the whole point of your relationship is trust. So if there's no trust, like that to me is just, like I'm cringing at the thought. Like I couldn't imagine being like, let's go on multiple dates, like here we go with other people, they go on their dates, I go on my dates, and then us coming together at the dinner table being like, we're not gonna talk about the dates. Like, no! Ugh, that's uncomfortable.
I date the most beautiful ladies. This is going well. Until it started to be a competition. You see, one time I was at my office, and my colleagues were laughing in a break room, talking about something. I came in, and they went completely silent. It was weird, so I kept asking, what was it?
Weird.
And eventually, my colleague told me, my wife has been dating my boss, Connor, for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay, yep. I didn't see that coming, but I definitely thought that one of the colleagues saw her like Tinder or her dating app. So what a twist! So she was dating the boss.
This is crazy. How can she do this to me? I'm a laughingstock at my own work.
Yup.
I went home and started a big fight.
Oh.
Are you crazy? You should have told me. She looked dumbfounded. She told me she had no idea he was my boss, and they never really talked about their personal life.
Ugh.
She even dared to comment that this whole open marriage thing was my idea.
Yeah.
So why am I getting so angry?
Yeah.
Sure, I should have stopped it then and there. But at the moment, I thought, I'm gonna top that.
No! Why? Why would you try to get back at your wife? She's your wife! See, these are like, do you see the addiction growing in me for these Dear Diary videos? It's just like, I'm so addicted to them, and it's like, why? Why would you take it a step further? And why would you yell and have a big fight about it? Just calmly approach her. It's not...
That'll show her. So, I wrote to her single best friend Lydia and asked her out. She was hesitant at first, but I persuaded her. She knew we were in an open relationship, so she just figured that maybe this'll work out fine. We went out that Friday, and oh God, we had so much fun. I saw her in a different light. Somehow, I've never looked at her this way before. But when we were sitting at this restaurant laughing, she seemed beyond beautiful and perfect. I was so into her that we went out a couple more times before it all unraveled. You see, before Lydia, there was never any emotional investment in all of the women I've dated. It was pure fun. But this time was different, and it felt different for my wife, too. Anytime I would come home from a date with Lydia, I would feel pure resentment for my wife.
Yikes.
She never made me laugh. She was always so cold. I couldn't stop comparing them, too.
Yikes.
But this one evening changed all of our lives. My wife invited Lydia to our home to have dinner, but as soon as we sat down near the table and started talking, my wife saw how we looked at each other. She stood up, walked out of the room, and immediately started packing her stuff. Lydia looked at me confused. Turns out, she thought that my wife knows about our relationship.
Oh, yeah, yeah, nope. Not good. The alarms are going off. Don't do it, don't do it.
I'll admit, I didn't handle this whole situation properly. I didn't run after my wife. I was looking at Lydia, this newfound love. My wife came back downstairs to our living room and just asked us, why? Her voice was trembling. I sat there silent. Then she made a whole speech about how I pressured her into this whole arrangement. How I'm an evil person because I didn't really try to work on our marriage, and everything I did was to hurt her. Honestly, it sounded like nonsense at the moment.
I hate this guy's tone and like the way that they animate the character where he's like, I'm too good to really listen, to really feel bad about this, like, I did nothing wrong, I was just trying to, like, his tone in this moment is so frustrating to me as a woman. Like, leave a comment down below if you agree with me or if you're like really agreeing with this character. Like, let me know, because right now I'm like, this guy, oh, yuck.
I shrugged, told her I'm sorry, and she left for a couple of nights.
Jeez.
She filed for divorce a couple weeks later. And honestly, those couple of weeks were the most horrible and dreadful of my whole life. Lydia and I went on a couple more dates, and I couldn't understand what I saw in her in the first place.
Yep.
She was loud, and she couldn't stop complaining about everything. We were sitting in a restaurant where my wife and I used to eat, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. What have I done? I paid for dinner, told Lydia I can't do this anymore, and contacted my wife.
Isn't that interesting? So there's a theory, or maybe it's a study, that men and women deal with breakups and divorce very differently. That women are very like as soon as they put the idea out there, they've already thought it through. They've thought about the positives, the negatives, the ups, the downs. And like once they're telling you like, I think we should split up, or like maybe we should take a break, or we should get a divorce, it's usually like well thought out. But for men, it's very different, that like they will act spontaneously, and like as soon as the breakup is done, they are fine at first, but then like slowly they start to like grieve and miss people, where women are like already over it because they had all the time to think about it, you know? It's very interesting to me how like men and women deal with it differently. And obviously there are exceptions to the rule, but this kind of proves that like men don't really think it all the way through at first.
But I was too late. She didn't want to talk to me or see me. In the end, I lost a loyal woman who had gone above and beyond to make me happy.
Yikes.
I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to make it up to her, but I now know that I have to take a hard look at myself and work on my issues. I only wish I had understood it sooner.
Wow, interesting. I kind of like that this one wasn't all like sunshine and roses. It just goes to show that like relationships are hard and it's never going to be easy. Each individual has flaws, like we all do. We all have things that make us different, make us unique, make us hard to live with, make us easier to live with, and a part of a working relationship is recognizing that and being able to talk to that person in a nice and kind manner, and letting them know when they are slipping, or letting them know when, you know, hey, like we haven't got out on like a date night, like I feel like, you know, we haven't done anything special together, or I've noticed you've been really busy at work. Like I understand you're super busy, but I'm feeling a little left out. Like it's communicating that really makes everything work. And it's tough to find somebody who communicates just like you do. I think this guy did a lot of incorrect things, in my opinion. I think the whole idea about going about an open marriage could work for some people, and I've seen some people that it does work for them, but the main thing is that they talk about all of their dates, and they like, it's never like a jealousy, like I'm doing better, you're doing better. It's just like you talk about it, and like you come together and you still are a couple at the end of the day. Like you both are the main couple and the other people are like either side or just kind of like intermittent, you know? I think that whole approach to the open marriage thing just was already set out to not work as well. And I think as soon as she found out that that was his boss, she should have ended that relationship with the boss, like come up with some reason, or, you know, be like, hey, this isn't really working out for me. I'm unfortunately like not, you know, I've got too much going on. I really appreciate you. Like, well, back it up a little bit. The guy should have approached her in a nicer tone and said like, hey, you're dating my boss and I'm not okay with this. I wish you would have told me. And then she could have said, well, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Like this was not an attack like towards you. This just coincidentally happened. But because it makes you feel uncomfortable, I will end it. Like that could have ended things so quickly, you know? And the fact that she went out of her way to like make this work, it like she said before she divorced him, that like, I did this to make you happy. That to me says that like maybe they shouldn't have gone into this at all. You know, like obviously she wasn't very happy with it. She seems to be, I'm guessing, much happier now that this guy's out of her life, but who knows. Anyways, I know this one got kind of long again. I'm trying to react to like multiple Dear Diaries in one video, but I think like going over 10 minutes, it gets a little long and lengthy. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to conjoin these like episodes and react to like 2 or 3 in one video, or if you like the shorter Dear Diaries. I kind of like them a little bit shorter because we can talk about the specific one and talk about like what they did or didn't do right or wrong. And we could talk about like, if you've had this experience in your life, let me know in the comments below. I do enjoy reading your comments and connecting on these Dear Diary videos, so please leave me a comment, leave me a like, so that way I don't get lost in the sea of YouTube, please. I hope you all have a magical day, and I hope you make great decisions in your relationships and in your marriages and stuff, and love everybody. But I hope you'll have magical things that happen to you as well. Bye everyone!